What is up, YouTube? Teck Titan back here. Today I want to talk about, should you buy the 3090? Is it a good buy here in 2021? Let's find out. It's no surprise that the 3090 has some power. After all, it's one of the first 24 graphics cards we have seen in a long time. So, is it worth the buy though? I mean, we have the 3090, the 3080, the 3070, and the 3060. So like, what makes this card so special compared to the other cards on the market right now? And what reason do I have to suggest that this card may or may not be worth the buy? So let's start off with some benchmarks here. Okay, so I got the benchmarks all pulled up. So as you guys can see here, for effective speed, we have 102%, which is really good. It's a very good rating. This is the 3D speed rendering, and it's at 102%. Now, if we go down to the average score, we're at 104%, and this is on lighting, reflection, as well as render and gravity, which is different dynamics that you can play around with in apps and games. The overclocked score we have sitting at 108%. The value and sentiment, though, is at negative 111%. This is primarily due to the price, as this is one of the more expensive models, and the nice to haves is 112% because of the parallax, splatting, and age rating. This card ranks on the first of 658 percentile, which means according to user benchmark, we are sitting at the best graphics card of 2021. The consistency is at a poor rating for 183 between NVIDIA's cards, which makes sense for factoring in the price point as well as various other elements. As you guys can see here, rank number 1, 229%. We have some lighting information here. So the lighting is sitting at 333, reflection 288, parallax 360, and we have a 245% rating on a USA score that's from 18 seconds ago. As far as the overall rating goes, this overall rating is at 229%, which comparable to the 3080, which we'll take a look at in a second, is good, but it's not sitting at much better, much higher. You know, of all of the cards in today's day and age, I think that the 3090 has a punch to pack. With its 24 gigabytes of GDDR6X, I think this card is fantastic. However, the price point, I can't get over that myself. I mean, who really has $2,000 to spend on a card? So now, if we're comparing the two cards, so now we did the individual benchmarks, but I just wanted to put these two cards side by side so you guys could really see a difference here. So if we're looking at the 3080, you guys can see that the 3080 has a 205 effective 3D speed, where the 3090 has a 229 effective speed. And then we have the reflection lighting, and just taking a look at the two, you can see that they both kind of fall around the same area, but on the left hand side where the 3090 is, you can see that it does crush by a little bit more with the overall performance. And then down here on the bottom, you can see that it's only plus 13% overall on the 3090. And we have the overall lighting, placing, rendering is performing a little bit higher on the 3090 as well. I don't know though, I mean, for the price point, almost triple what we have to pay for the 3080, I think it's a little unrealistic to buy the 3080 as a card or 3090 over the 3080, because we see very similar performance on the 3080 for a very similar price point, and yet the 3090 costs 3 times as much. Is the card packing 3 times the performance? No, it is not. It's very similar to the 3080. It doesn't pack much more performance. They can both game in 4K. They both have the GDDR6X. And on top of that, they only have a 1,500 difference in CUDA cores in the card itself. So as far as performance-wise, I mean, I would look at the 3080 or the 3090, and if someone told me I had a 3090 when it was in fact a 3080, and I didn't know how to tell the difference, I probably wouldn't be able to. I'd probably look at the card, look at the game I'm playing, run, and be happy with that. So to answer the question, I do like the fact that the 3090 has much better performance. I like the fact that it's overall a much better card. But at the end of the day, the 3080 is just too close for a 3 times price difference. That's what I believe this card is. I don't believe that this card is worth what they are asking for. I think Nvidia is out to lunch on this card. However, I do like the 3080 more than the 3090 at this point. But as far as quality goes and overall rendering and capability, I'm going to say the 3090 wins. The 3090 is a better card in every aspect. With its 24 gigabytes of RAM, it's more future-proofed as well. I just think that with comparing that to the 3080 right now, I don't see it feasible buying a 3090 when the 3080 is very similar. And that is all to today's video, guys. So if you like our content, you want to see more like this, then please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell down below, and as always, for the next 2 weeks, every 2 days, I'm going to be releasing a new shred of content just like this one you saw here. So feel free to subscribe. It's no harm to you, and you get great content out of it. Thanks again for checking out my channel. See you guys next time. I don't know what the I was gonna say. The RTX 3080. I had to take a hit of my vape there. Couldn't do it. Sorry.